Quick question about Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Chats about Stevie Wonder and the great run in the 70s through the mid 80s are always a good time on the mission, but what are your thoughts of Stevie in the 60s? You have your hits here and there throughout the decade. I really enjoy his first album, Roll My Eyes, at the He's Blind, so have him sing Ray Charles album.
Sure.
And the Stevie at the Beach. If you were sitting in the big chair at Tamla Motown in that era, is there something that you would have done differently? What would have been a better avenue for Stevie in the 60s? Because it's a whole lot of throwing against the wall and seeing what sticks. And unfortunately, not a lot stuck, leading to artistic control being a big sticking point in his contract negotiation going into the 70s. Thanks as always, Sean. Where are you on the 60s version of Stevie Wonder, Vince?
I am lukewarm. I am lukewarm. Like I like Stevie Wonder as he gets older. Like I really, really like Signed, Sealed, Delivered, which I think, I don't know if that's the last album that he has before he gets his contract in Creative Freedom, but it's right. Like he's a young man.
Yeah, you can feel the change.
Yeah, and I like Signed, Sealed, Delivered, but I've always been a little lukewarm about little Stevie Wonder.
Me too, because I always felt like they were still trying to fit him into that Motown box. And even then, you could get the sense that there was something more there.
Right.
And I don't know whether or not they had the structure or the creativity to pull it out of him.
Well, the irony is that the formula that they should have used for little Stevie Wonder is a formula that hadn't been created yet, but it would be created in that same house. Like, I think what was so revolutionary about the Jackson 5 is that they sounded like young people. Like this was actually a young sound, and people who talk about boy bands, a lot of people go to the Jackson 5
to the Jacksons,
as like the first boy, but like they sound like young people making music.
Right.
And with little Stevie Wonder, I always got the sense either, you know, much like you said, little Stevie Wonder does Ray Charles, like they almost treated him like a novelty, or they had him doing grown man music, which just sounded weird.
Yeah.
You know, I guess someone like Frankie Lyman would have been almost a teen sound, but like I don't even think he sounded like Frankie Lyman.
Yeah, but I think they
like that kind of tenor.
But they tried to have him in. I mean, like Fingertips, and there was another song that he did. What was the? Well, a couple of his Christmas songs at that time were a little whatever.
The Christmas album is Stevie. I feel like he was a little older by the time the Christmas album came out.
Than that. But there was another one. Oh, what was the? There was one where he sounds almost like Michael Jackson. It's like one of them Sunny movies.
Well, they say the Christmas album is 67, so he's a little older.
Yeah, because he started because little Stevie is when 64. We're doing this in real time, folks. Bear with us.
I mean, he's definitely older. Right, because Signed, Sealed, Delivered is 1970. And that's right. So Signed, Sealed, and Delivered is right before Where I'm Coming From, which starts the run.
Right.
So, 67, he's
older.
Right,
but
so if he's like 21 when Where I'm Coming From comes out in 71, right? So he's like 17, 18.
Yeah, okay, so he's a teenager.
Right, he's a young man. He's a teenager,
but he's
not
man.
14.
Right.
Not to get all R. Kelly. Like, I mean, it's a teenager and then it's a teenager.
We're going to strike that R. Kelly reference out of the show.
It's an extraordinary moment. Remember, Torre asked him, would he date a teenager? And R. Kelly said, well, what do you mean by a teenager? Like it was the worst. It was the worst possible answer that you could give. Well, what do you mean by a teenager? You mean 13, 14, 15? It's a lot of teens. Teenagers go all the way up to 19. You are 40 years old.
Yes. Yes.
So, it's a teenager and it's a teenager. So Stevie Wonder was a teenager, but he was an older teenager.
And you would have dated him.
No, I wouldn't have, because it's not appropriate. See how easy that was?
We got another email.
He said, well, what do you mean by teenager? And my favorite part is the look on, because I think it was Torre that was interviewing him. And the look on Torre's face.
I can see Torre just sitting there
just like, wait, what?
You're saying, wait, what? I swear, I didn't even see it. I know he just like.
Right. Like it's like early, like I'm a lob you a softball. Hey, man, would you date a teenager? Well, what do you mean by a teenager? It's all kinds of teenagers. 13 is a teenager. 14 is a teenager. 15, all the way up to 19. These are all teenagers. What do you mean by teenager? How is this an answer that a person gives another person?
We'll be back after these messages.
Right. So
you come back all of a sudden. All of a sudden, he's sitting there. Here's my guest, boys to men.
Right.